Hi everybody, welcome to Gunpla TV.
Hey guys.
Brought to you by HobbyLink Japan. This is episode 232.
232.
232. Last time we had somewhat of a big episode once we put everything together.
It was a bit long.
Yes, and this time I think it's going to be the opposite of that. We have some small things to talk about and some small things to show.
It feels like it was a break weekend.
Well, you know it was. It's the start of the new month.
It was like master grade, then we had another master grade,
Yeah,
and there was
we
real
got spoiled
grade.
for like 2 months.
Oh boy.
Wow, we're back to normal.
We had a breather with some HGs.
Yes, so you've got your HGs and I've got my HG, which is like 2 HGs up top. But we did have some kits come in today.
We did.
So I'm just going to move these because, you know, the exciting part here. This is kind of your thing, right? The MS option set. This is number 8 with the SAL. I say you, mobile worker.
Okay, so we get another. I think the last set we had, there was no mobile worker in it.
Yeah,
so
but now we're back.
Finally get another one.
Yeah,
I've been dying for that new mobile worker.
I'll hand that to you. You can see this. Looks like the Lupus there. You got Lupus.
Okay.
And speaking of the Lupus.
Dun, 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 dun.
The Rex. You know, when I first saw this, I thought, oh, wow, it's the Barbatos Lupus, just with deformed hands.
Yeah.
But now I see it, and I'm like, wow, it does look like the Barbatos Lupus, just with big hands.
Well, he's got a tail now, too, though.
Yeah, I know he does. I know
And the
he
new
does.
corn cob.
I'm excited about the corn cob, and I'm excited with the fingers. So, well, if you want to see the corn cob?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so what do I see first? Well, I see these hands.
Oh,
there
wow,
are the
look at
hands,
those
claws.
hands.
You know what those are. And there's the stickers to put around those
Yay!
claws. So, you know, there's yellow here, but you're not going to use it for those yellow hands. You're going to actually use the yellow stickers, which is not surprising, but still somewhat disappointing. Here's all the armor runner, and then there is the piping.
tail.
You see this in a lot of kits. It's always that same length and the same thing.
They bought a bunch of that wire.
They did. They're going to get their money's worth. Now, here's the frame. So we're going to say, what frame do we have? And it is the IBO Gundam Frame 4. But on the flip side of that, well, there is the new, what do they call it? Not the corn cob. The ultra large
mace.
Something like that. So we'll have to compare it to the other mace if we have one kicking around here. But yeah, Gundam Frame 4 looks familiar enough. I think I'll be able to handle it. And then that's what I'm looking forward to more is this mace. But it's actually called the Gundam Lupus Rex on here, as well as here,
So you get a lot of actually unique Rex parts in there.
Yeah, the only this
frame.
frame runner looks is reused, so that's good. That's good. So yeah, Gundam Lupus Rex. You and I are going to be playing handsies tonight. I don't know. So there you go. Barbatos version, but form 8, form 7. Which one would it be now? I don't know.
Who knows what we're on?
I know. Next week, actually, the 1/100 shows up.
Right.
So you'll be seeing this again, except the box will be like this.
Yeah.
Instead of like that. So don't you worry. Now.
Oh boy.
We have Yuma Kosaka's mobile suit, the Papagguy.
Papagguy.
Papagguy. Looks like he's dressed up for a night at the theater. Yeah.
He's a dapper looking fellow.
He's a dapper looking fellow. He's got his best stuff on. I guess we're just going to see the same kind of thing, right? Bear Guy 3.
It's nice to have a gray one though.
Yeah, I guess so. He definitely has the darker colors, which I can appreciate. There is this cool stuff here. Alright, Bear Guy 3, backpack. Ladies. This is a cane? This is a cane and stuff?
I have the mustache.
That's what I was looking for. Mustache and the
Mustache
walking
and the
stick, right?
hat.
What about
there's the cane.
There's the cane, right?
Yeah, there's the cane.
Can't be a man about town without a cane.
Papagguy.
Papagguy. You know, I still have the Bear Guy Pretty or whatever on the shelf over there.
Yeah.
So we'll have to bring them on the show together, maybe.
Papagguy.
Have a sophisticated date going to the ball or something. So there you go. What's going to happen is, man, this box is full. I'm going to give you Papagguy, but I'm keeping the Rex. I want the first shot at the big-handed guy. You know what they say about guys with big hands? Yeah, I don't know what they say. They're not the president. I don't know. It's called the ultra large mace.
Oh,
ultra large mace.
Ultra
I
large.
learned something today.
They're getting creative
Okay,
with their
ultra
names.
large
What should we
mace.
call it? It's a mace. It's really
It's large,
big.
but we already had a large mace. So let's call it the
Ultra
ultra large
large.
mace. Alright. Want me to take that back for now?
Sure.
Okay. Make a big pile back here. Okay, I have this interesting looking IBO 2 fellow. And you also have an interesting looking IBO Season 2 fellow.
We do.
Why don't you go first?
All right.
Okay?
Sure.
Okay.
You know, Sid, this is kind of like, it feels like a bit of a blast. It's a new kit, but it feels like a bit of a blast from the past for me.
A little deja vu.
A little deja vu, because when I first started Gunpla TV, do you remember the first 2 kits that I built for the show?
No, they were IBO.
They were IBO.
IBO, there was what, the Man Roadie?
No, not the Man Roadie. We had, it was
green thing.
the Hyakurin.
Yes, Hyakurin.
They had the Hyakurin, and what was the name of the other one? It was the Hyakuri.
Hyakuri.
The Hyakuri and the Hyakurin.
I remember those 2.
Do you remember
built
those?
Them.
I built them. Those were the first 2 I built for the show. And this is the direct, like, the new version of that kit.
A Dark Descendant?
The direct descendant. Yeah, it even says in the manual, because now we got the English, so we can read all about it. It's like, the Ryuri was originally conceived as a retrofit armament for the Hyakurin. So,
okay.
we have the new version.
The Circle of Life has come full
The Circle of
for
Life. It has.
Todd. Okay.
And one of the complaints I always had with those old kits, just to start right away, just to bring back a blast from the past, was how horrible the feet were on that kit.
Because they're so small.
They were so small.
At least you've been consistent for the past year.
But these were just great.
Yes.
I loved these. Look at how flat they are.
That's right.
Because I love, like, the Zaku has the best.
Yeah.
And these are kind of just really Zaku-ish with a little bit of an extra point on the end of it.
So much surface area.
But that's not all, Sid.
Okay, what else is great about these feet, Todd?
They're full.
I think I might
There's
have
no
found
holes.
your fetish. Yeah.
Because you get a lot of new kits like that. Actually, I'll bring him in. I was saving him for later, but just to use him as an example, you get this. They do this on a lot of HG stuff. They leave it open, but you don't really see underneath it to begin with. But it was nice to see that.
Okay.
That was
bonus
something.
points already.
Bonus points already. It made me happy.
Okay. That's
all right.
hobbies for.
So anyway, this is the HG Rouei. Rui. So the Rui is the new version of the Hyakurin.
Yeah.
And we do have some not just slightly, it's kind of like an completely new design, but it kind of resembles that older kit in a way. The looks are a little bit similar, which is kind of nice because a lot of Gundam stuff, they kind of start to look same. You got the 2 eyes, you're putting on that eye sticker like over and over again, and it's like, it feels like I've been here before.
You usually have.
Usually have. And with HGs, that kind of happens because they tend to try to reuse stuff instead of developing new things. But with this kit, you do get some like new stuff because look at that head. So we have, it's not your standard style for a Gundam head. You got some new eyes, which is kind of like buggish in a way.
It's freaking me out.
It is kind of freaking out. And that's actually the gold inside of there. They give you, these are open holes, and you put this gold sticker, which is kind of just like, like I believe for this kit they had like 4 like lines, and then you just put them on there, and you sandwich the faceplate over it.
Oh, I see.
And that gives it that nice kind of cool look for the eyes there.
Yeah, it works out pretty good.
It works out well, and that was great. With this kit, you are not getting a full inner frame, though, like you kind of get used to with a lot of these Iron-Blooded Orphan kits. There is no full inner frame, so the chest is your basic kind of, this is going a bit back to basic HG kits where you're just sandwiching 2 chest pieces together and putting in the polycaps and whatnot. So there's nothing really too advanced as far as the construction goes. But you do get some pretty good movement for the legs. I think the only thing that kind of really inhibits this leg is the big back butt plate here. But I don't know who would be posing it with that kind of crazy pose anyway. And so there you go. There you are. And speaking of that backside there, that is kind of cool. Of course, you've got the lever here that you can pull up, and you can attach your weapon onto there if you don't want to have them holding it. And we have the thrusters, which I kind of just pulled off there. Whoops. I'm knocking them all off here. There we go.
Okay.
So they kind of open up. You can have them posed open. I'll just leave this off for now. You can see the thrusters on the inside. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty different. There we go. It was a pretty cool kit. We do have two weapons. We have the Heavy Club.
Yeah.
And if you see that open notch there, that's actually for where you are going to plug it in to the back if you want to pose it this way.
Okay.
And then it just rests on the back. So you have that Heavy Club and the very creatively named handgun.
Okay.
That's what they are calling it. The handgun.
Does it mount anywhere or just in his hand?
Just the handgun, well, the handgun has the same slot on the top that you notice that the mace has. So you could choose whichever one you want to plug onto the butt.
That's cool.
So whatever one, but I figure he probably needs at least one weapon in his hand.
I hope so.
There you go. So I did also have, we never actually had a chance to show this one on the show.
Really? Well, let's do it.
We were kind of busy in January when this thing came in. We had a lot of other stuff. So I got this one completed and I brought in, these kind of are a set anyway because they are both the Taywis mobile suits, and just like the Hekija and the Hyakuri and the Hyakuren, I'm getting them all confused. We have the Hekija, which is kind of the replacement for the Hyakuri.
Okay.
So this one is pretty much similar in construction-wise to the Rui in that there's no inner frame.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar, but I thought the chest unit, how you put together the chest unit on the Hekija is kind of, it's a bit unique for a Gundam kit. I felt you kind of, instead of like two sandwiches or two pieces sandwiching together like we see a lot of times, you're sandwiching them this way. So you got like a top and bottom halves. So that was a bit different, a bit unique, which is always nice to see. I like to see uniqueness in kits, see the designers get crazy. And of course we do have another new head style. So both of these kits have really unique looking heads. Although unlike the Hyakuri that this one replaced, it doesn't have that huge backpack that was on that kit. That was kind of interesting. Instead they replaced that huge backpack with these kind of unique looking shoulders with the vents, or the thruster vents that open and close. So that was
nice.
That was nice. And just like this other one, how you have the sticker on the inside to give it that unique eyes, they give you a sticker on here, but it's kind of different because you can barely see it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Once you put this front part on, you can just kind of barely see the sliver of gold and black on the outside. But what's underneath, let me see if I can just pull this off really quick here, just to show you guys. They did. There we go.
Where is it? Okay.
There's a big sticker on the inside, but just kind of funny that you barely see this thing, and there's like a huge sticker underneath it.
Yeah.
But that's it for the head. Unique style head. There you go. With this one, you kind of get a bit more stuff to play around with as well. Let me pull off his head. On the back of his arms, you have a knife blade that will kind of pull out, what do they call it? Rotating blades on both arms. So they're just called rotating blades, and they just fold out to give it some more weapons. You have part of the feet that kind of a spike that you can push up or down.
Oh, I see.
So maybe if he wants to back kick someone or what have you. Well, that's kind of cool. Kind of different, kind of unique, and of course you do get the two weapons again. Was it two weapons, or I'm getting confused with the handgun? We do get one gun. We get the bayonet rifle, because he does have a bayonet there.
Nice.
Oh, there was one more. Oh, there was one more. One more weapon. We have the Toby Gucci blade. Alright, so both of these weapons have that same slot, so I guess if you wanted to give them to your Rouei kit, you could have him hold it on the back, or on this one, there's no flap that folds out, they just have that tab that just pokes right out of the butt to begin with, so you can pose it on there too. And that's it for the new replacements. Rest in peace to Taywis. They are now gone from the series pretty much. But they left us with some great mobile suits.
There you go.
And I think I will call it at that. It was a bit of a simple kit, but it has a good look to it.
I think it kind of reminds me of the upper body here, the Schneiderstein. I can dig that.
Thrusters, the big butt's kind of nice, but
yeah,
it's a bit empty.
What do we know about IBO? They like the high heels, big butts.
Yeah, but that was one thing I liked about these is the high heels were gone.
Yeah.
And the old versions, they had those tiny feet, but now we got some nice big feet.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of tiny feet.
Yeah.
It's,
speaking of tiny feet.
My turn. This guy, he's all up top. And none down below. It's like the reverse mullet. I'm just gonna go right into it. It's not gonna take me a while to set up. I'm just gonna go.
Okay.
All right. Here's the Helmwig Reincar.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this. Helmwig Reincar. It is, of course, IBO Season 2, and it looks like a cow. Like, I'll just come straight out and say it. It looks like a cow. I want to say that people who are building this, if they built some of the IBO kits before, they might find some parts familiar, because here's the frame runner, and it's actually the Valkyrie frame from the Grimgard. And even the description of this guy says that too. It says the basic structure of the frame is the same type as the Grimgard, however, it's reconfigured for the Reincar after retrofitting to place emphasis on the frame output, etc. So this guy, of course, he's a little bigger. He's reaching the max mobility for the frame and all that, they say. As then you can see, because he's a big fella. It also says that the two horns on his head are electric shock horns. Whoop!
Yeah.
That can penetrate an opponent's armor and fry internal components. So there you go. You don't have to go like this and just charge. You can whoop and headbutt. It's electroshock horns, everybody. These are just kind of, easy swivel piece in here. But the head actually moves pretty good too. I thought that was odd. They don't go back though. They only go forward.
Well, he can't do a back headbutt.
That's right.
So if you want to attack that suit, hold it from behind.
There you go. You get some movement in the armor flaps here. And as well as I want to point out that this gold area here is a sticker.
Oh, okay.
Right there. You actually had to put a sticker on this frame piece just to get that color there. I got two thrusters in the back. It feels like I should have more, but there's two on the underside of each shoulder as well. So mobility up top is not a problem. Now, I don't know which order to show this in, because I want to say, look at the size of this sword. No wonder I can't stand up, but he'll fall over right away. So maybe I should do this part first. So you see his tiny little hooves.
Yeah, those. That is weird. He's got horns. He's got hooves.
Yeah,
it's a really bullish suit.
So narrow. Like as soon as I try to get him to hold his weapon, I have a feeling he's gonna fall. So luckily for me, I can pop these off, and I'm given replacements.
Whoa.
And look how the difference in size there. All right, so these are definitely much sturdier. It's like the four parts that make up the foot spread out. So he is now going to be much sturdier. So I will put this on here, and I will stand him up. Now there you go. He is standing up. So let's bring out the Valkyria Buster Sword. And oh, sorry, this isn't on properly. Get on there so you stand up. Okay. The Buster Sword. This is a big sword here.
Wow. That's a magnificent looking sword.
Actually, I need to point out that this isn't the entirety of the sword either. Like, I have a sword, and you saw that the handle can smooth in and out here, move in and out, right? I also have this thing which he can hold in his hand. It looks like a club.
Yeah.
However, they're kind of supposed to go like this. Let's see if I can get this right here. This one? It's supposed to go like this and like that.
Ooh.
And they're supposed to kind of just connect together. And then you can, of course, take these out so he can put it in his hand. So maybe that's what I will do now. Put it in his hand. It's hard to see which way it's supposed to slide.
That is cool.
It is so big. So big. So let's get him in super cool poses here, because that's what the whole point of these things are. Alright, we'll put that in his hand. Interestingly, I want to show this actually. The groove that they have in here that will slide back and forth, they have a little tab in the hand which will fit into that groove. So once it's in there, it tends to stay pretty well. It falls off because I don't have the cover on it, but it will actually slide as well.
Ooh,
in the hand, should I want it to somewhat. Probably I'm just going to close it up and leave it there. Look at the size of that thing. Look, oh, shoulders, shoulders.
Oh,
you can tell this is an IBO kit. Shoulders coming off, everybody. 1 second.
He's losing his shoulder armor.
Yeah.
If this was an MMO, he would be the tank.
Yeah, exactly. He is a tank. He's a short-range fighter. He needs support. Somebody to cast and protect on him half the time.
Need some heals.
Heals. Throw me some heals. My DPS, you guys suck. Yeah.
I'm doing half the DPS
That's
myself.
right, exactly. Quit stealing hate.
Come on, guys.
All right. Oh, I miss Final Fantasy 14. I can't concentrate now. But this is the part I want to show everybody. This is the most important part, and you'll understand why when I get there. So, I have this weapon, and just like this, it's very heavy on one side. So I'm gonna counterbalance it with the rest of it. Plug it in like so. Now, how would you store such a weapon? Todd, do you have any ideas?
Well, after looking at those 2 kits that I just put together, I'm guessing that there must be another slot in the butt, just like the Rui had and the Hekija had. Right? You're going to connect it to the backside, right?
Well, let me show you the backside of this guy. Other than the movable thrusters back here, you got nothing.
Well,
yeah. So, let me show you. You actually are given a piece that will
bit...
allow you to mount the sword. So this piece is this piece right here.
Oh, okay. So you plug that into the back there.
Yeah,
right?
you think so, right? Because there's a little
I
hole
see
there,
a hole
whatever.
there, right?
Nope.
He's a bit flat in the back there.
No, what you gotta do is you gotta pull off the crotch.
What?
I know, it all automatically got weird, didn't it? You put this on here like so.
What?
And you put this on here like so. Right? So he's kind of excited. And then you just, yeah. You feed this in here. How did I do it like that? Sorry. How did I do it last time? I'll get it. I'll get it. I can't see it from this angle.
Uh-oh. He's definitely a warrior.
There you go. Just put it in there first. Too busy laughing. There we go. There we go.
It kind of is going to help him balance out, I wonder.
Now.
Wow.
You know what? When I'm not fighting, and I need you to store my equipment, that's how I do it.
That is unique.
Yeah. There you go. Just hang it out. Just me and my sword. Yeah, that's just how I...
That's really unique, because you always have, like, the butt hangers for, like, the weapons and whatnot, but...
Yeah, I got a crotch hanger.
A crotch hanger.
And when you say, hey, how's it hanging? It's just a little bit to the left. A little bit to the left. I knew this was going to be fun to talk about when I did that.
Man.
Yeah.
All the other Gundams are going to be jealous of this
They
one.
should be. Look at this guy. What's that in your pants? Anyway, we probably should read some questions before we get too crazy with the crotch shots. All right?
Yep, all right. Whoa.
Take the top page.
Okay.
Did I forget to throw one away?
Let's start in the collection in
that's
here.
boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's begin. Is that right?
Yeah, that's probably the wrong one. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Is that
Oh, yeah, it's the bottom one there.
Yes.
Okay.
See, I got stuck in the bottom of that.
All right,
I like to keep a record of everything.
Ooh, here we go. Are you
ready? I'm ready.
New comments. All right, the first one is from Galio Zabi.
Okay.
Ooh, so we got a Zabi in here.
I recognize that name.
How do we know that HLJ has successfully received our photos for the final entry? All I have as proof is a computer screenshot of the line, "Your message was sent successfully. Thanks. Is it enough? Thanks in advance."
Okay, this is actually a good question because this is kind of on me. when you submit your final entry, we're speaking of the Playing with Plano 2017 competition, by the way. And if you're not involved in it, you should check out HobbyLink.tv and build a model and win some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a system where you can automatically submit your final entry. You just fill in the form and submit the pictures, but it doesn't kind of. You get that message like thanks for your submission, but they actually come to me. And I have them, and they're sitting on my computer, and I should be responding and saying, "Oh, I've got your pictures. Thank you very much," or asking for more clarification if a picture is too blurry and things like that. But we've just been too busy after the launch of this competition that I have not yet gotten back to people who have already submitted. So people who have submitted, I'll probably be contacting you saying, your entry is confirmed. I do have it here. Thank you very much. It's going good. Have you seen the groups? Have you been paying attention? The advanced group, there's some crazy stuff going on in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and it didn't take too long for people to try to cheat either. So I just want to mention that. You need to build a kit that you have not built before, and you cannot have it appear on the internet anywhere else because you can't then prove that you're building it for this competition. But we had some people enter some nice models, but they had been on the internet for 9 months and things like that. So. Don't cheat, guys, because we'll pick up on it. There's lots of prizes. You don't have to try and cheat to win. I don't know how that works. The last time we did this competition, Todd, you weren't here, but Ryan and I were talking about it. But we set that rule that you cannot have your stuff appear anywhere else on the internet because the competition prior to that, we were getting entries of stuff that had won Gundam Builders World Cups and stuff like that. It's just like you build this awesome model, and you can tell a lot of effort and time went into it. It looks amazing, but then you just kind of throw it at everything.
Right.
Like, I'll throw it at this competition, this competition, this competition, this competition. And we thought, we want this HobbyLink competition to be unique. So
something
we implemented that rule, and it turns out that, of course, we got a lot of really amazing submissions, and they were only found in our competition, which I thought was really special. So we want to reiterate that rule is still in place. So if you have something that has appeared in another competition or on your blog or on a YouTube channel now or anything like that, it's not eligible. All your stuff that you want to show has to be in the group on HobbyLink TV, and then you submit your final entry. And then once the competition is finished and we give the okay, then you're free to put it wherever you want. Yeah. But if you've submitted already, I'll contact you soon enough just to confirm it, so you don't have to worry about it. So
okay.
There's still some time left. So.
Still some time.
Yeah.
But the year's already moving on. Second month
know,
already.
It's already February. Don't remind me.
We're in the middle of February, actually. March will be here soon.
That's what happens when you get older. Time is relative.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next comment from Mr. Supornchai.
Okay. Another name I recognize.
Okay.
Okay.
Love when they made a long episode.
Yeah, last week.
It was a bit long.
It was like an hour and 16 minutes.
Feature length episode.
That's right. We should make it a two-parter. No, because we have more stuff to show.
Yeah.
Well, apparently we burned ourselves out because we missed last week.
We did. Well, but yeah, such a long episode. If you think about it, if you cut it in half, that's kind of 2 episodes combined.
So we just put it at the beginning. Also, last week there wasn't really any releases. We were waiting for these sets to come out. So, yeah, this one's gonna be shorter, but don't worry. As soon as the big kits arrive, there'll be more stuff to show.
Yeah, March we got some good stuff coming.
Oh yeah, and I think next week's episode we'll be able to announce the April stuff. We should have that by then too. So
hopefully we'll get some good stuff.
Yeah. No, I'm racking my brains like, what did I see at the Gunpla Expo? That's supposed to be in April. Yeah, it hasn't been announced. It's supposed to be an April release. But I think most of the stuff that I've seen at that expo is now on HLJ.com, like the amazing Strike Freedom.
Right.
We just put that up, the Providence, the RG Astray.
Oh, there's that, was it the Zeta?
The Advanced
The new HG line
Evolution
type thing.
HG Zeta.
Right.
Yes, and there was some talk in the office about that because we got some promotional material about that.
Okay.
Talking about kind of the differences in the design between the old HG and the new HG. So that should be on there.
Yeah.
The Zaku 3 HG, I think.
Okay.
I'm remembering that
one. Yeah, that's the only other one I could remember.
Maybe we get an announcement about that RE that was a silhouette. That
Mm.
kind of thing. So, okay. April should be a good month, but we won't know about it until next week. So.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
Next up, Random King 0x70.
Yeah.
I really want to see a Sephiroth inspired Astaroth though.
Oh, Inception.
Sephiroth Astaroth.
Sephiroth, Astaroth. You know what I want to see? Did we talk about it on the show? We probably talked about it. I want to see Final Fantasy characters as figurized busts. Did I not mention that already? Come on. Because when I was building, what's his name? Iron-Blooded Orphans dude. Mika.
Mika August.
Yeah. When I was building Mika, and I was building the hair, I thought, give me a cloud. Give me a cloud stripe. Yeah.
You could have a bunch of classic Final Fantasy characters.
There you go. Yeah, that'd be cool. And you saw the Play Arts Kai Final Fantasy VII remaster or whatever, whatever they're gonna call it. The new Final Fantasy. That's apparently coming this year, maybe. They've already got Play Arts Kai figures for that. They're looking really good, so those are on our site as well. So now's the time, Bandai.
Yeah.
Give me a figurized bust of Sephiroth.
Yeah, but if Bandai could get the rights for it.
I know, but I think they have some money floating around. Maybe.
Maybe they have a little bit of money floating around.
Square Enix's interest to do something like that?
It would be.
Yeah.
They could make the car from that, the 15.
The Regalia. I would buy 3 of those. And deckle it up with all the different decals.
Oh,
you can do that in that game. You have all these decal sets and you can customize it and customize the color and everything.
It's just made
so
for
my
markets.
Regalia right now is it's like this canary yellow.
Oh, okay. Can you choose the color to paint it?
Yeah. If you collect
so
the
if you want like
materials.
A hot pink, then say
you can do it
in a hot pink.
You can do it, but you just gotta collect some kind of blue and yellow stones and all that stuff. Oh, okay, but let's stop because I'll just go crazy. I finished the game for the 2nd time last night.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. That was lucky number 3.
Start again. Okay.
All right, let's go on to the next comment and the last comment.
Yep.
Zero Convoy said, "The GM Sniper 2 is going to be a must-buy for me. Strange how you bring up Sephiroth.
Oh.
I've actually started to replay the original Final Fantasy VII again on the PS1.
You still have a working PS1?
Do
you have to like tilt it like this so it will read the disc? Because I had to do that. My original PS1 has stopped reading discs, so you kind of prop it up on a book or something so it's this way, and I guess the laser's at least kind of falls into the right position.
Well, the PS2 could read all the PS1
The original PS2 could.
No, that was the PS3 that had the ability to play the PS2 and 1 games, but they took that out.
Yeah,
but I thought all the PS2s could play PS1. And they had that mini PS1 that you could buy too for a while.
Yeah,
and then you could buy the clamshell monitor that would go on it.
Currently, I have my PlayStation 4 upright, and beside that, I have my American PlayStation 2, which I'm playing Final Fantasy 1 on, which is a PS1 game. So they're all mixing and matching. And I have my Japanese PlayStation 2 for other versions, but yeah, playing. I guess now you can get those games in the PlayStation Store and just play them on your whatever system you're using.
But then you have to buy it again.
I know.
But if you already have it.
You already have it. I hacked it and put it on my PSP. When I hacked my PSP, I just put it on
everybody hacked their PSP.
Yeah.
That was a good system.
Good hackable system. Okay, we're getting off topic.
We're getting off topic.
Damn it! What's his name?
Zero Convoy.
Didn't you hear me to the prior question? Say let's just not talk about it because I'll just go off. This is what happens when you bring up Final Fantasy around me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you could buy one of those Famicom Classics and you could hack that and put the original Final Fantasy on that too.
Don't tempt me. I've already played the little Famicom Classic.
Oh, okay.
Contra. Super Contra. Okay. Let's get on to the good stuff that everybody's waiting for.
Okay.
All the comments we got, because I got to give away some stuff here. Lose my voice, it's already half gone. Okay, we got 2 kits. We've already talked about it. So the guy who wants to make a Sephiroth out of the Astaroth, maybe it's doable. This guy's got a big sword. Right. It's not really that katana, but it's close enough, right?
I remember that thing.
There
the
it
foldable sword.
Okay. Anyway. We had 97 comments as of last counting, but the winner is comment number 55.
55.
And it goes to Quasar.
Quasar.
And he says, I actually heard people bashing on that new Fumina kit.
Oh.
I guess the Axis one. As it looks a bit outrageous to them. Haha. Personally, I'm just not fond of the face, but the bust Fumina looks nice though. Well, I guess, if you're a Fumina fan,
yeah,
the face doesn't bother you. The bust is fine. Actually, the Axis, Angel, whatever they call it, I like it just because of the wings. That's
the wings, and it's got that kind of cool looking helmet thing on the head.
The little bird beak. Airplane stewardess, I don't know. Yeah, so Quasar, he gets the Astaroth, and the other Astaroth, the red one.
Dun, 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 dun.
This goes to Talkster. Who
Dogster.
may or may not have won before. I recognize that name too. He's coming number 66, so we went 55,
Oh, 55, 66. Sorry, 77.
Yeah, a random thing is sometimes odd. He says, keep the cool reviews and I hope to win.
Okay.
There you go. Your hopes have come
hopes.
true.
Yep.
That's what we do here. We grant wishes. I will contact both of them soon, within the next few days, like I always say, via the private messaging on HobbyLink TV. And if you don't hear from me in like a week, then feel free to send a message to, questions at HLJ and ask. But I will have contacted you. Now, we had a small episode. We kind of keep it a little bit subdued this week, we thought. So I thought, I'm not going to give away something huge because I kind of did that.
Yeah, we've been doing some big stuff lately.
So, Todd, were you here at the time? Probably not.
Oh, speaking of Fumina stuff.
Yeah, there's another tie-in, right? Back in the day, I had Lindsay and Anna each build one of these Kotobukiya girl figure kits, right?
Is this their handiwork?
Yeah, this is their handiwork. So Anna built this one. Of course, it's got all the crazy little parts that's being Kotobukiya, right? So she actually did a good job of organizing this box, but it still needs a lot of work to be finished. So we have this one. What's her name? Red Ria.
That's a
Fantasy
cool
Star
weapon.
Online, right? On Cosmos.
Triple Gatling.
Xenosaga. I love Xenosaga, and Lindsay and I were reminiscing about the super long cutscenes in that game.
They use some nice ID counts.
Yeah, Cosmos.
But you get double of these weapons. I just want the weapons. That's kind of cool.
No, you cannot have them. You have to buy the Kotobukiya aftermarket Gatlings if you want them. We should them as well. But there you go. There's Cosmos, version 1 Cosmos. So, yeah, Todd, why don't you tell people how they can enter one of the kits that have been handled by Lindsay and or Anna?
Yeah, there might be some perfume scent spray.
Don't get all weird on me. That's what they're worried about. Okay.
All right, so if you guys would like to win one of these two kits, you will need to go to hobbylink.tv.
That's right.
And find episode number 227.
232.
Okay, 232.
Living in the past, that's my life. Okay.
And post a comment.
There you go. That's all you gotta do. You just comment, and you have a chance to win. Thanks to our friend, the lucky random number generator. Let me put these back down here. Is there anything else you want to say while you're making your spiel?
All right. Well, I guess we're kind of at the end of the episode.
We are wrapping it up.
Let's wrap it up. So we are brought to you by HobbyLink Japan, HLJ.com. So please be sure to buy your kits from us to help support us.
Yep.
And you can find us on Reddit and Instagram and YouTube, of course, and Tumblr, Twitter. Can't forget the Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, Twitter's super popular these days.
Yeah, I think
Facebook and everywhere else.
Facebook, of course.
Yes. Next week we will have these kits built, and we'll be showing off that 1/100 Barbatos Lupus Rex, which is the first release, and that release is going to come with some special stuff. So we want to make sure everybody sees that and kind of has an idea what that is.
A new
Those people who may not have pre-ordered one might still have a chance to get in on that first production run goodie stuff.
Yeah, get your orders in if you want the original release stuff.
I gotta wait. I think they're on order stop while we try to secure some more quantities.
They're popular.
I know, but don't worry. We always seem to get on release day. Everybody comes through for us for the most part. So, but I want to make sure everybody knows what they're in for, right? Because usually the 1/100 kits, you build a Gundam Barbatos frame and slap on some armor and you're done. Well, this time while you're getting some stands, you're getting some stickers. So we will be showing all that in detail. The campaign that we announced last week, the little stands.
Yeah.
That's finished.
They're gone.
Everybody's just scooped them all up. That's done. But remember, we also have the Playing with Plasma competition ongoing, and that's going to be going on until April.
Okay.
So you have some time to put together some stuff and enter it.
Yep.
Join the fun. Join the community. It's going really, really well, and it makes me want to start building it, but I'm not eligible.
I know.
I just want to copy everybody. There's some good stuff. I want to try that. That's why I like going to competitions. Okay, we are going to sign off there, and we'll start getting this stuff ready for next week.
Okay.
See you later.